By far the most important exercise in the gym is the deadlift. This is because in modern living we tend to sit down too much on chairs with back supports. This causes the muscles of the posterior kinetic chain to switch off and the slack be taken up by the QL muscles. So what is the posterior kinetic chain? Well, the back extensors act like straps supporting the upper body, the glutes support the hips, and the hamstrings act like straps supporting the lower body. You cannot overstate the importance of this chain of muscles in balancing the hips, and if the hips are balanced, the whole body's balanced. If the hips are unbalanced, the whole body's unbalanced. So as we've said, if the posterior kinetic chain isn't working as it should, then the QL muscles will tend to overload. We need to reverse this trend. The deadlift does this all in one perfect exercise. It really is that good. In addition, it's far and away the most effective exercise for toning the butt, so there's a double incentive. You must do this exercise correctly though. Get it wrong and you can hurt yourself. Please ensure you take time to learn this properly, initially with a light bar only. Choose an appropriate weight that allows you to do the exercise for 60 seconds. If it gets too easy, then you put the weight up, but always go for 60 seconds. The squat is a close second in terms of the positives it can bring to the mechanical functioning of the body. The hips must bend if you're to have good posture, as they fire the gluteus medius to keep your balance and keep the iliotibial band loose. Much misinformation surrounds proper squatting technique. Note the position of the knees. They must be slightly ahead of the toes, not behind. Feet flat, not on the heels. Do not keep the back too upright, but keep at the angle as shown. Toning wise, squats are excellent for the quads, hamstrings, glutes and the inner thigh, so no need for those nonsense ankle weight exercises to try and tone the inner thigh. Squats do it much better. Squats also recruit the abs muscles to a much greater degree than sit-ups or crunches, particularly the transverse abs. Again, choose a weight for 60 seconds, and if you can do more than 60 seconds, put the weight up. Please make sure that you have the gym assistant hand you the bar, as pushing the bar up and over your head will damage your rotator cuff muscle, but I'll come on to that in a later section. Avoid wide squats. Their popularity is to train the inner thigh, but they're not recommended for two reasons. The first, the regular squat is more than adequate for training the inner thigh. If you think that you're not training these muscles enough, then you're either not doing enough weight or enough time. Secondly, wide squats increase the imbalance between the adductors and the gluteus medius, therefore increasing anterior pelvic tilt. In short, the squat is, like the deadlift, another perfect exercise. Avoid gimmicky variations. If you can perform 4 sets deadlifts and 4 sets squats at 60 seconds per set, then you should be on the limit of your exhaustion, and further sets will either be dangerous or unproductive.